Let's go. Welcome back to RugDoc YouTube. This is the follow-up video to Drop 2000. In that video, we went through the process where I put money into buying Axies and breeding them. And in this video, we're going to show you how we did with that. So if you're interested to see kind of the numbers, what $2,000 will get you, I'm going to show you in this video. We're going to get to that one second. I just want to remind you that I am not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Please do your own research before jumping in. And remember, not responsible for your decisions if you decide to buy. All right, now with that said, let's take a look at what we got going here. So I got a video from when I bought these. I'm going to play this for us here. But basically, we're looking at, it's going to be these top Axies right here. Those are the 4 that we had just hatched. I was on a live stream, so this is the follow-up after that, right? Those are the parents, and then these 4. This was one I acquired. You don't count. But these are them, and I'm going to go through their stats real quick and give you an idea of what I did with them and what the value is. So you can see if I made a profit. Hint, the value is significantly more than what I paid. But real quick, I just want to go back to so it's 2,000 was the drop. That makes each one of these average at about 500. Not about, it is exactly 500. But the reason it's so much higher, and there's only 4, is because I picked specific Axies that already had some stuff going on. They already had breeds on them. So when you breed them, they already have a few. It costs more money. However, the trade-off, if you can get the Axies at a lower price, you can save on that premium price Axie. That's what I did. All right. So, and it made sense because I was thinking I will get a better value when I did my math. This is one of the parents, Frank. And I didn't name him Frank. This is the new owner. Somebody else has him now. I don't know who it is. It doesn't matter. But these are our 4 here, and I got them all pulled up. Okay, so we're starting off with 2169. 2169 is back up for sale. Somebody scalped this. Okay, I sold it for 0.11 Ethereum, or 255 was my cut. Double check that. I sold it for 0.085 Ethereum. I don't know why it's not written down here. That value is $255, though. The value in cash is correct. He scalped them and put them back up. Now, you can make a couple bucks off this if he gets over, if he gets his $300. He'll have to pay the Axie tax, which will be about $15. So he would need something over 285 to cut a profit, right? Okay, so I'm going to show you the stats. Nothing important on the stats. This was somebody we wanted to get rid of, as you can see. We're not holding this. Sold. 255 to the good. Okay, so this is going to be Axie ending in 2114. Sired 5 eggs. I held this and used it as a parent. This is when I was breeding the 2 to get 4 eggs. I was paying a premium. This is what I was looking for, and this is what I got. Show you these stats here. Killer. The D1, perfect. The R1, very good. And the R2, also very good. The R2 has a perfect card selection with little owl, eggshell, pigeon post, and post fight. So I have this one here. If we look on Axie.zone, this is going to give us an idea of what these are valued at. See, you're looking at this one saying 0.43, that's much less. That's because it's got one of these guys messed up in the cards. The bottom 4 are your cards. Grandma's fan is not good. A post fight is. Eggshell is. Double talk is the meta. Little owl is also meta. But this is the one. And then pigeon. Okay, so this is going to be the one closest to us. And the price is $17.59. And I'm going to say, and I value it at about $17.5. That's what I'm going to say, $1,700 or better. $17.50, I think, is the number. And this market has shifted. This video was, I'm sorry, these eggs were hatched about 8 or 9 days ago. Okay, so things have changed a little bit. The market has shifted. This has come down in price slightly. But that's just because the cost of everything is coming down. SLP is down, right? AXS is coming down a little bit. Really, if you're looking to buy dips, hint. But I'm going to say it's worth $17.5, and a reason because it gave me one of these, which has a clean R1. Now, something you need to keep in mind when you're looking at all this, thinking, are these accurate? This is the one that Elijah always talks about, when he's showing the budget version, then he shows the fancy pants version that everybody's trying to get their hands on. That's this build. This is meta. And having a clean R1 on these makes these a little more expensive. And as you can see, with 0 breeds on any of them, there's only 12 for sale. It makes them very rare, and if you drop the price, they sell. I've noticed that as I've been selling off some of the ones that are less than desirable. If you need to move them quickly, you can. And they're still making a profit generally in those numbers because there's just a better market demand for them. You can sell them quick for $700-800. I sold one the other day, had a couple of things on it, wasn't perfect, had a couple of breeds, and I sold it for $850 plus. So, none of these cost $850. This is probably the most expensive per Axie that I've gone, and this was $500, right? So, $17.50 for this guy. And it gave me some good stuff. I've already sold some, made a bunch. Pretty much already almost paid off my next breed. I'll go over that in the next video. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. 1982, that's number 3. And this one sold for 0.11 ETH, which was valued at $335 after I paid my fee. So got $23.60 with these 3. By adding this additional $335 into the mix. I'll show you his stats. As you can see, we got a perch in there in the D that kind of jacked it up. That's the problem with breeding these kind of Axies. They're not, if you don't have high quality breeding pets, then this is the kind of stuff that you're going to run into. Okay, you're going to have a lot of stuff that you're going to have to just sell. So I sold this one and I sold the first one at $255. So I think I have a realized number down here. I don't. So for things I actually sold and realized a gain, $610. 610 from actual gains. $23.60 in value. This next one, 1933, I just put it up for sale. And the reason is I kept it. I held 1933 just in case I had an emergency. I was like, if I would need something, this has all my cards. Okay, when I say cards, I'm talking about these bottom 4. You can see this here, right? And as you can see, little cards behind me here. So it has the cards. The ears are jacked up. But we can get around that when we have stats that look like this. See in the R1 position, I can't move that without messing up, but the R1, I got Mavis and I got Pink Cheek backing up Sakura. So if I had something if I was breeding with another one that had a strong D and I was doing a whole bunch, I could probably get back in another run. But it's just not worth it, so I'm cutting it loose. This guy's I'm going to put this at $750 is the value I've got on this one. And I just put it up for sale yesterday. Yeah. So if it gets down to, I think, 0.29, 0.1 is going to be $310. So that number could drop all the way down into the sixes, and that's fine. Because remember, out of one Axie, we pretty much hit our number. So if I sell this one for $6, plus the other, what was it, $600 with 12, there's no way that this is going to be underwater anyway, but we're not really playing for that. Be honest with you, if that's not 100% clear, let me just give you that, because that way you can see we're not actually just trying to go for pure dollars. We're trying to build a business, and the business requires the right components. If I go ahead and just try to sell for profit, I'm just trying to make $1,000 here or $1,000 there, we're going to run into problems. It's better to have a system with A, B, C, D, and work our way down where we can kind of crossbreed and have everything in house instead of having to go wait on things to sell and to buy more stuff. We're just trying to get everything in order and make sure I don't oversize my position by accident by just spending money. I could have just done this all in one swoop, but I didn't want to bring that kind of money up and risk it, because I already got enough in it. So that's what we're looking at. Remember, I'm not just trying to get these so I can sell them and make as much money as possible. I'm trying to build something. Also, worth noting, and I've explained this in videos in the past, I know it doesn't always land with some folks, I also run scholars. So I'm putting together scholarship teams that are doing, they're going to do 50 to 70 to $80 each a week, depending on the price of AXS and how people are figuring it. Apparently, the numbers are going up as well because folks are getting a little more comfortable with the new system. They're figuring out how to get more. So the gains are there, I guess. I don't know. I don't guarantee these two worlds are different. What you're seeing with breeding and scholarship stuff is separate, and I keep those separate. But, I think the $75 is the number right now. So times 4.333, so you're looking at $324 a month per scholar, which obviously takes 3 Axie. And then if you got 10 teams, you're at $32.49. Okay, so some people in the United States, I think that's kind of like the getting into that range of the average household or the average person's income. You could literally replace it just by renting Axies. The price could go down, though, tomorrow. You don't know. That's why it's speculative. You can't just go off of that. That's the number. $19.33, 23. Yep, making sure I got them all. So this is the last one. I got it listed here. Going to take $650 on it. That's if I got it, we'll go that low. I'm going to say the value is $750, and that's a low number. Plus 17.5 plus 335 plus 255. But I won't hesitate to sell that well below. I won't. I'm not scared. So over 600 realized. I held the best two. Selling one of those off now. If I get 600, it'll realize around 12 and change. If I get 750, it'll be around 13 to 1400 bucks. Right back into the coffer, which would leave a delta, what, 600 bucks? And then one Axie alone crushes that number, as you saw. It's up there now for $17.50. Even if you sold it fire sale for $12.50, you'd still make money. It's still profitable for the whole breed. Not to mention, the stuff that we got coming up next. It gets better. So this is the 4. I took a risk, and I tell you what, after I did it, I was like, I don't know how it's going to turn out. I was worried that it was going to go a little sideways. I was going to get a mutation. Remember, I got one bling, like, perfect Axie out of this next breed coming up. You're going to see the video for it. Make sure you check it out. You should watch that one because you're going to see the, you know, I hit it on one. Again, if I did not, I would have to sell all that and just try it again because I'm not going to go out and pay top dollar for some of these. And that would be, you know, I hit one of these. Okay. I'm not going to show it to you now. If you want, you can go look up the numbers. You can find out which one it is. But I hit one of these. I got another one that I own. So between the two of them, you know, I put them at 2,100. Let's call it two. So between the two of them, $4,000 in value in those two all day. And that's the low end number. And so we're going to breed those. But that's why we ran those risks. That's why we rolled the dice. You know, I'm hitting numbers every week where I'm paying for my farm. You know, this number here is 3090 in value add. Doesn't include sell. You know, I'm not selling everything. And some of these I'm going to take and move them off to live on the Axie Scholar Farm. Okay. And for those, that's a separate revenue stream. That's going to be a whole separate set of books. We'll maybe even do separate videos. Maybe we'll cover it in a live stream. Who knows? 3090 is the value on this. If this thing sells below, you know, the one I have up there sells for $650 instead of $750, I'll move that number down 100. But so far, that's it. You're at $1,090 profit over the $2,000 budget. $2,000 budget. The $2,000 I spent. You know, it's not budget. I spent it. Gone. So I would say, you know, that 1090 is going to be the difference in value, which is 150% up. So we started at 0 and we went to 150%. 50% increase over the cost. Pretty good, right? Actually more than that. All right. That's going to do it for this part of the video. Make sure you stay tuned for the next video. And we have a group buy too that you're going to like. It was a group buy attempt. We don't actually get it, but it'll show you how we look at things. And it was a land purchase with a couple of the admins from RugDoc. Price on the whole thing was $142,000, I think. And we were splitting it between us. Not going to go into that now, but I will give you the video. You can see what happened and how everything turned out on a land deal. That'll be for the next one. That's going to do it, though. Mine's better. Check out the next video. And make sure you check out RugDoc.io and hang out on the website and learn everything you need to know about DeFi. We also got a Wiki page. It'll explain everything about all this crazy stuff if you're not familiar. You don't know Web3 or Decentralized Finance, any of that, go to check out the Wiki site. And, it actually has some videos from this YouTube channel. So you can pop around here or go back and forth. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, RugDoc.io. And while you're here on the page, if you gave me a like, I would really appreciate that. Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notifications icon so you know when that next video comes, you can see that Axie. It's going to do it. I appreciate you for hanging out with us. We're going to see you in the next video. Take care.